doing? Oh, how are you?
Oh, it looks like, hold on, my sound. He's down all the way. There we go. It's nice to see you.
Yeah, you too.
So just so you know, we're streaming this, and I have to see how this shows up because this is all new for me.
Okay, do you want me to like go on one of the links, or I know I've never done that either.
Yeah, take a look. Yeah, it's all a big experiment. We'll say that much. So what's new? What's new with you?
Oh gosh.
Oh, it looks
Nothing's
like
really
you are
nothing's really
on.
new now. Is it working?
This is so funny. Everyone who is watching this in all the worlds. This is hilarious.
It's cool.
Yeah,
Is it on your page or Inward Office page?
so it's on my Facebook page,
Okay.
and we're gonna try it as well on the Inward Office Instagram. Hey
How do
Michelle,
you
hey Christy.
do all of them with one cam? That's
Well,
funny.
this is the first time trying it. So hello everyone. So I have an iPad here for Instagram, and then there's
Okay.
a program called Restream that does for free. You can cast or stream to multiple
Okay.
services. So
Cool.
For your Instagram, you're gonna be cut off on the sides, so try to be careful of. You might want to move that around or something.
I will. I'm gonna be all the way back. So I think it's. I'll be all the way back here. I have two different cameras, Christy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm just trying to make sure that. So.
Yeah.
So it looks like you're gonna be cut off about maybe a foot on the non-block side.
I love this. You are my tech support right now.
There's a delay, so you're gonna have to give me a second.
I love it.
Okay. So now I can't see the blocks at all either. So you may need to move that back about a foot or so, if that's possible.
Yeah.
Or just cut your losses and meet in the middle.
I think that's the plan, is to cut the losses and be in the middle. Keep adjusting this.
Yeah, I think that'll be okay. I mean, it seems like you're pretty evened out, at least in the middle.
So you guys can hear me okay then?
It's a little echoey, but it's not too bad.
All right. I love it. I love it. Oh, well, it is past 6:30. Well, I guess the intention with practicing together today was to generate this healing energy. Whether it's, there are some people I know that have helped to donate to the effort and are contributing that way, but even if anyone didn't donate and you're joining us through Facebook or through Instagram, I think as yoga teachers, and I'm going to speak collectively since I know we have another yoga teacher in the room, we really believe in the body's innate ability to heal itself. And we need to be able to relax into that healing ability. And so I'm hoping with the energy we generate here today, we both heal ourselves and hope to heal others. And of course, the intention with helping with COVID efforts in India is because this practice of yoga comes from India, and many of us have benefited greatly from the practice or made our livelihoods from practicing and sharing with others. And if you haven't caught up with the news, there's some very sad and poignant stories of the day. So as I kind of mentioned, it's my first time doing Facebook Live and Instagram Live. Maybe I've done an Instagram Live. So please excuse any little hitches in this process. So we're going to start by sitting down. And if laying down feels more supportive today, like you're ready just to let the week go through your mat, ready to let the week go by being fully supported, then feel free to lay down. And you can do knees bent with the knees resting in towards one another or extending the legs. Another optional position is to bring a chair nearby and place the legs up on a chair. And so coming to this place of stability and stillness, we're going to begin our practice with just an opening chant that allows us to open to the teacher within us and the teacher outside of us. And the words are Sahana Vavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karvavahe. So settling into your spot, you can just allow these words to flow right over you. Sahana Vavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Mavid Vishavahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And allowing the breath to deepen here. Let the belly expand fully. And let the belly drop. And if you're not sure if the belly is moving, you can take one hand to it. Coming into contact with the warmth, coming into contact with the movement of breathing. Being here as you are. Beginning to notice any sensations of the body. And allowing those sensations to be there. Not pushing or pulling. Not grasping onto those sensations or trying to push them out of our attention. But noticing them, witnessing the coming and going of experience within the body. In the next 2 breaths, allowing the body to get a bit heavier on the ground. releasing any held tension. And then from wherever you are, we're going to meet down on the floor, on the back. Feet flat on the ground, knees bent, arms by the sides of the body. Noticing if you're on an inhalation or an exhalation. On the exhalation, bringing the right knee in towards the chest. And today's class will be quite gentle. Again, our goal is to allow the parasympathetic nervous system, that rest and digest function of the body, to take over, so that that power of healing, of regeneration in the body becomes present. And bringing in that right knee on an exhalation, we'll extend the left knee, the left leg on an inhalation. Single leg Pavan Muktasana, the wind releasing pose. And then taking a moment here, perhaps just with the right hand on the knee, to explore the range of motion of the right leg, taking circles. And there may be some hip popping, creaking, which is all natural. And circling the opposite way. And then bringing the knee in to rest. And here we're going to flex the right foot and point it. Focusing on the movement of the ankle and sensations in the lower leg. Circling the foot around. In the opposite direction. And spreading the toes. With those toes spread and the foot flexed, let's extend the right leg straight up. And so we're going to step on the ceiling. Inhaling, allow that right leg to press away, noticing if the hips feel balanced here. Sometimes we have the tendency to hike up the hip with the extended leg. And let's just make sure the hips are balanced, holding onto the right leg again and drawing it in towards the body. And if you'd like, you can point and flex the foot again. Move the ankle around. Exploring the shape and the sensation within your body. And then here we're going to take that right leg all the way out to the side. You can support the leg with a bent elbow on the ground. Or if you have a strap, a scarf or a belt also work. You can wrap the strap around the foot. Extending the foot out to the side. Now you want to keep both of the hips on the ground. We don't want to rock off of one leg. And then bending the knee here, we're going to take the right leg across the body, going into a twist. The right arm is extended, palm up. And with this twist, just going as far as it feels comfortable. No pinching, no pain. Also no judgment here that we should be going anywhere. We don't need to bring the knee to the ground. If you're feeling comfortable here, you can extend the right leg. So you've got two straight legs in your twist. And then inhaling, bring the right leg back up, bringing it down to the ground to meet the left. And then bend both of the knees, feet to the floor, and take a few deep breaths here. Perhaps hands on the belly to bring attention to just this breath. On your next exhalation, drawing the left knee in towards the chest. On your next inhalation, extending the right leg. With the right leg extended, you may choose to notice what's the right foot doing. Is it flopping out to the side? Pointing, turning inward, and let's try to keep it heel to the ground, flexing the right foot. And then from here, we're going to point the left toes, flex the foot back, exploring the range of motion in the left ankle. And circle the foot around. Circle the opposite way. Spread out the toes, trying to create space between each and every one. And then extend the left leg straight up. From here, noticing if that left hip is hiking up and letting the left leg press away, bringing the hip down so those hips are balanced. And then again, bringing the left leg towards you. You may choose to use a strap. Depending on your flexibility here, you could use a strap behind the leg. You could have a bent knee. Honoring what your body wants to do today. And then let's take this left leg out to the side, supporting it. So perhaps the left elbow is bent against the ground. Perhaps there's a strap or even a chair or a couch to put the foot right on. Noticing the breath still moving comfortably. And bending the knee, taking the right hand onto the left knee, beginning the twist. So you may notice if your posture is a little off, like you're crooked on your mat, you may choose to straighten up. And then draw the bent left knee across the body. Extending the left arm, palm up onto the ground. You could use a support under the leg, under the left leg, if you choose. You can also extend the left leg to a straight leg, if that feels right for you today. And as you're inhaling, bringing the leg back to the center, extending left leg to meet right on the ground, and taking the palms up in our resting position, Shavasana. Taking a few deep breaths here. Noticing if you want to naturally lengthen the breath, to slightly squeeze the throat, slowing down the breathing, tightening the aperture. And breathing a little longer with an ujjayi breath. It sounds like a light snore. And this breath both heats the body and lengthens the breath. Then let's bend our knees, slowly turning onto our side, and we'll come up to all fours. So if all fours is uncomfortable to you, there's a few variations. One is to bring a blanket under the knees for some extra padding. And another is to make fists with the hands if the wrists are bothered. But if you've got the hands, palms on the ground, let's spread the fingers out. And then just take a moment to notice the balance of weight from left knee to right knee, from right hand to left hand. We're going to move really slowly here, but if your practice is more intense or more vigorous, feel free to explore the way that suits you. All right, so we're going to stretch the right leg back, tucking in the toes. So first just pressing through the heel, lengthening through the back of the leg. And then lifting the right leg up. Let's try to keep the toes pointed down to the ground, foot flexed. And here, if you feel comfortable, you can reach the left fingertips out, extending the left leg. Excuse me, extending the left hand. If you'd like to move in and out of the pose, if this is too vigorous or heat building for you, you can work at simply extending the right leg and lifting and bringing it back down and in. And then slowly bringing the left hand down and the right knee. Again, balancing from left to right knee, left to right hand, finding your center. And extending left leg back behind you, pressing through the heel. Lift the leg, keeping the toes pointed to the ground. And take the right hand straight in front of you, and then extend and lift. Optionally, if you'd like a more gentle approach, you can move in and out of the pose. And then next exhalation, slowly bring it back down. Now we're going to explore some hip circles. So we're going to shift the weight to the left, shift the hips back, to the right, and forward. Another option for this, if you don't want to do all fours, is to stand and do hip circles. And notice breathing here. Shifting in the opposite direction. And then slowly coming back to the center, widening the knees, bringing big toes together. And drop the hips to the heels and extend the arms into a wide-legged child's pose. Or if you feel more comfortable, another option is the knees together in child's pose with the forehead to the ground and the arms by the sides of the body. Whichever position you take, try to get the most support in this pose. So if you have a blanket and you need it under your forehead, that's a great idea. Or if nothing near child's pose feels comfortable, rest on the belly. One breath at a time. Meeting yourself where you're at right now. Very slowly supporting yourself to come back up. We're going to bring ourselves right onto our belly. And coming on to the forearms, beginning in Sphinx pose. So the elbows are directly under the shoulders. And the forearms are directly in front of the elbows. So you have a 90-degree bend here, best you can. Spreading the fingers out wide. And it may feel uncomfortable in your neck, so you may choose to drop your chin slightly. Drawing the shoulders back and allowing the chest to move forward. And this pose can be uncomfortable, depending on your dominant posture during the day. This could be a very challenging pose. So try to take a few deep breaths, staying calm, staying relaxed in the pose. Come out and take a break and go back in. And then very slowly here, we're going to slide the hands back under the shoulders, bringing the forehead to the ground. We're going to move into Cobra Pose, which is both a spine strengthener and flexibility. So the hands are tight in and under the shoulders, elbows in tight to the side. The legs are relaxed. As you inhale, lift the head and the chest, looking forward, using mostly the back muscles. As you exhale, rolling down, forehead to the ground. Inhaling, lifting up head, chest, and exhale, down. And we're going to keep going up and down, breathing in the practice. At any point, you can lift and hold Cobra. Remember to use 80% back muscles so you can pull your hands away and still be able to support yourself. And last Cobra, you can stay here holding the pose. And on your exhalation, lower down, bringing both hands underneath the forehead. Letting the body relax. Noticing if the breath needs to slow again. Noticing if the inhalation is longer or shorter than the exhalation. And then slowly pressing ourselves up, we're going to flip over and lay on the back. We're going to do the bridge pose, and if you do have blocks, this is one that you could use blocks on today. I love doing supported bridge, where I pile my blocks under my sacrum. But if you don't have blocks or books or blankets, anything that helps the hips stay up, you may choose to move in and out of the pose or hold it. Okay, so here we want to keep the knees bent. Feet are directly under the knees, in line with the hips. Okay, so the feet are separated, they're not together. And then the arms are by the sides of the body. Tuck the chin slightly. See if you can bring more of the back of the head to the ground, or if you need just a little bit of a blanket under the head to be able to tuck the chin. As you inhale, press through the feet and lift the hips. Now it's important here to keep the head looking straight up and forward and not turning the head. Exhaling, roll the spine down, dropping the hips. Inhaling, tucking the tail, lifting the hips, rolling the spine up. Exhaling and rolling back down. Now you can keep moving in and out, or you can choose to place those blocks under the lower back. If you do, again, place the blocks under the lower back and your back bend is higher. Do not turn the head side to side. Focusing attention on the rising and the falling of the belly. Or focusing attention on the sensations in the body. One breath at a time. And anyone who's got a more advanced practice here, you can feel free to explore a little more, perhaps lifting one leg up, bringing it back down, lifting the other up, and back down. Moving slowly. And when you feel ready, slide the bricks out, bring the feet down, and bring the hips down. Notice at first, as you come out of the pose, what you're noticing in the body. And then you can bring the knees into the chest if you like, rocking the knees side to side, circling the knees around. And then bringing the feet down to the ground. Let's slowly roll up to a seated position. We're going to take a seated twist before we go into our deep relaxation today. For our deep relaxation, we're going to do Yoga Nidra, which is a systematic release of tension through the body. So beginning at first with our twist, you can sit cross-legged, and then what I'm going to have you do is move the opposite foot behind so that we're sitting cross-legged in the least dominant way. Okay, we usually have a habit, right? Today we're going to do the opposite of that habit. So noticing at first the crown of the head over the shoulders and shoulders over the hips. As you're exhaling, take the right hand to the left knee. Keep the chest up and open as you twist to look over the left shoulder. The left hand's behind you, supporting you. And as we do this, being sure not to push ourselves into the pose. The way the hands are oriented, we may be able to really strong arm ourselves into the twist, but we're not going to do that. Inhaling, look forward, and then gently releasing the twist. As you exhale, bringing left hand to right knee, keeping the chest lifted, the head and the neck in neutral. Bring the right hand back behind you to support you and look over the right shoulder. Again, being comfortable where you are today. Not pushing yourself. And inhaling to look forward and gently releasing the twist. Letting the eyes close or softening the gaze here. Take a moment to notice the effect of the practice so far. Noticing any area full of sensation, heat, pressure. And then we're going to get ready now for our deep relaxation, our final relaxation. So I'll encourage you to find a blanket, a pillow, anything that really helps to support your body to rest comfortably on your back, or if pregnant, or if the back is not comfortable for you, then laying on your side. So Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra means yogic, balanced, union, right? The word yoga. And Nidra means sleep. So Yoga Nidra is traditionally this kind of balanced, awake, and aware sleep. What that means is that the body rests, but the mind is aware. So getting settled here, feel into the body and see if you have the support you need. Noticing if you need a blanket under the back of the head to keep the chin slightly tucked. Noticing if you need a bolster or a blanket under the knees. And noticing if you need a blanket over the body. And let the knees separate, the feet relaxed and fall open. And taking the arms to the sides of the body, palms open. Let the eyes close or gaze at a neutral point softly. Notice if there's anything constricting the body, accessories, removing glasses, removing watches or necklaces. Making any last adjustments so that you can stay completely relaxed and at ease, completely still. And bring attention to the shoulders. Noticing the balance of the shoulders left to right. And bring attention to the hips. Noticing the balance left to right. We'll begin with a body scan, moving the attention systematically, part by part, through the whole body. As the part of the body is mentioned, bring attention to that part. Mentally repeat the name and picture the part of the body in the mind's eye. If you'd like here, saying an intention for the practice. This may be an intention for you, an intention for the world. Stating that intention positively in the present. Now bringing attention to the right hand. Picturing here the right thumb, mentally bringing attention to the right thumb and mentally repeating right thumb. Right pointer finger, right middle finger, right ring finger, pinky finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, right wrist, forearm, elbow, right upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right side of the ribs, right side of the waist, right hip, right thigh, knee, shin and calf, ankle, top of the foot, heel of the foot, sole of the foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. Bringing attention to the left hand thumb, pointer finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, left wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left side of the ribs, left side of the waist, left hip, thigh, knee, shin and calf, left ankle, top of the foot, heel of the foot, sole of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth and fifth toes. Bringing attention to the crown of the head, forehead, right temple, left temple, right eye, left eye, bridge of the nose, tip of the nose, right cheek, left cheek, upper lip, lower lip, tongue, right ear, left ear, jaw, front of the neck, right collarbone, left collarbone, right side of the chest, left side of the chest, belly, groin, right buttock, left buttock, lower back, middle back, upper back, back of the neck, back of the head. Moving attention to the whole of the right leg. The whole of the left leg. The whole of the right arm. The whole of the left arm. The front of the torso. The back body. The neck and the head. Bringing attention to both of the legs together. Both of the arms together. The whole front of the body, face, neck, chest and belly. The whole back of the body, from head to hips. Expanding attention now to the whole body. Holding the whole body in attention. Moving the attention to breathing. Beginning to notice the breath. Noticing the point of origin at the tip of the nose. The path of the breath as it draws in, expanding the chest, expanding the belly. Inhaling and noting the breath as it draws up through the nostrils. And imagining the breath like two distinct paths, left and right nostril. Joining at the point between the eyebrows, the third eye point. Exhaling and the breath diverges from the third eye point out both of the nostrils. Inhale, the breath draws in, moving up to the third eye point with the tip of an inverted V. Exhaling and diverging from the third eye point. Beginning to count the breaths from 19 down to 0. Mentally saying, inhale 19, exhale 19. And counting down. Staying with the practice. Counting the breaths, beginning at 19 again if the count is lost. And then letting that breathing practice go. Noticing now the sound of breathing. Mentally repeating the intention, the sankalpa, 3 times. Sowing the seed of intention deep in our subconscious. And hearing the sounds of the body, the breath, the belly, and hearing the sounds of the room, of the house, hearing the sounds out into the distance. Beginning to notice the body breathing heavy on the ground. Imagining in the mind's eye the way the body is oriented in the room. The objects, the colors, everything in the room. And as that attention begins to move from perceiving inside to perceiving outside, you may choose here to begin to bring movement into the body, or you may choose to remain still. If you choose to bring movement in for our end of our class today, we're going to chant some peace mantras. And you can choose to be in this relaxation as we do the chanting and absorb it. Or you may choose to sit up and participate. If you're not familiar with Sanskrit mantras, it may be more advantageous to participate in the relaxed state. As today I won't be teaching the mantras, simply sharing them. Just know if you are getting out of yoga nidra, we can feel groggy or stiff. And that's totally normal. Being gentle with ourselves, allowing ourselves to be as we are, not pushing or pulling to a state we think we should be in.
Battery, high. Connected to wireless iPhone.
So the background sound that you hear is the tanpura, the drone. So we're going to sing a few rounds of Asatoma Sadgamaya. So Asatoma means, well, the whole chant is Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya, Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. And the whole chant means, lead me from ignorance to knowing, from death to immortality, from darkness to light. So really it's a peace chant. So if there, from not knowing Sanskrit chants, sometimes there can be reservations about different deities or what have you. This one has the full intention of leading us out of a ignorant, maybe contentious, maybe incongruous state to a state of openness, knowing, bliss, and immortality.
Soma Jyoti
Jyotirgamaya Mrityormamritam Gamaya. And allowing this healing capacity of our body to take over. And sharing here that ability to heal with all of those around us and sending it out to those in need. May we always be bringing light to the darkness. Thank you all for joining me today in practice, and I appreciate your presence and your joining me in a common intention today.